Hey, what's going on guys? In today's video I'll be explaining 3 useful expressions to ease a workflow in After Effects. So the first is a loop out function, and then we have the linear function, and then we have the value at time function or expression. So without much further to do, let's get started. Alright, so first on the list we have the loop out function. So loop out function or the loop out expression takes in just one parameter. So to set the parameter, you need to use this type equal to, now put in the parameter in here. So now for this parameter we have the ping pong, we have the circle, and we have the offset. So starting with the offset, it does the repetition using these 2 keyframes. And how does it function? That is, it starts from here and rotates to this angle right here. It now adds in this same angle in which it rotated again here. That is, taking it from here, it now goes again right here until it does the 360 degrees rotation. So that's how the offset function functions. The next in the list we have the circle. So for this cycle right here, what it does is that it now rotates from this keyframe to this keyframe, and then it starts again here to here. It does not continue from this to this. So you see, if I play this, it rotates to this position here and starts again here, and does not continue from here. And finally, we have the ping pong. What this does is that it starts from here and rotates to here, then it continues from here and go back to this start keyframe. So if I play this to show you what it does, you now see it rotates to here, then goes back just like that. So next on the list we have the linear expression. So what the linear expression does is that it takes in 5 parameters. So the first parameter, this is the speed, and you can define the speed using so many other properties like the distance or anything, but here I'll be using the time. So the next parameter is the start time, and then followed by this end time. Then we have the start position and the end position. So I'm just going to delete all of these. So one thing you notice is that I'm working with the X and Y position. So to do that, to separate the position to have its X and Y position, you can just right click on the position, then you go to separate dimensions. So if I click on this, you just have the position. But if I right click on separate dimensions, you now have the 2 dimensions to work with. Again, what I did again was to use the alphabet. So because you now see, I just want this to be visible just right in here. So I now use this alphabet here to hide this, to hold this layer so that it is visible just around this area here. So I'm just going to hide this again and set this position to its end position again. So to apply the linear expression, I'll need the parameters that I'll be working with. The first parameter that I'll be working with is the speed, that is the time. I already have that. And then the start and end time, which I'll define on my own, which will be starting at 0 seconds and ending at 5 seconds. And then the next thing I'll be working with is the position. So to set the start position, the first thing is that I know that this is the end position in which I want this to stop. So if I come here, you now see this at 955.5. So I know this is my end position. And then for the start position, I'm just going to move this somewhere around here, and I look here, it is at 147.5. so I know that this is my start position. So I can even just copy this so that when I type in my expression by holding out and click here to open the expression window, I type in linear, I can click here and start by the time, then the start position, the start time, which is 0 seconds, and then to 5 seconds, which is the end time. And then we have the start position, which is this value here, and then the end position, which is this value here. So I'm just going to end it by a semicolon. So if I play this, you now see it starts here and move right here within the time interval of 5 seconds, and that's how you can use this linear expression. So next on the list we have the value at time. So what the value at time does is that it offsets in the keyframes of your animation without you necessarily controlling it manually. Say for example, I wanted to offset all of these circles right here. By default, I had to just like move them somewhere like this and offset these randomly, but that's not really efficient. Say for example, I've offsetted all of these, and then I want to select all of these end keyframes. I not just select these end keyframes because I'll be selecting this other keyframe here. So what I did is that the first thing was to set these keyframes for the opacity keyframe starting by 0, moving to 100, then back to 0. So for this first circle right here, if I open this expression window, you can see the expression, which is value at time, and then it takes in just a single parameter, and the single parameter could be anything, but right here I'll be using the time, and then I'm offsetting it by 0.5 seconds. So each of these circles here have been offsetted by 0.5 seconds. If I open this other expression window here, you'll see the value of 1. That is, I've now taken 0.5 plus 0.5 to have 1. So it will be delayed by 0.5 seconds after these have been animated. And the same goes with all of these layers right to the top. This will be at 1.5, next will be at 2, and then the next will be at 2.5, and followed by 3. So that's how you can use the value at time to offset your keyframes in After Effects. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned something new today, and hope the video was also interesting. Do like the video and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this. Peace out.